Afternoon West in the world. Welcome to your review video for the week of March 25th and 27th. This week, the final week before your third exam on Tuesday, has been centered around World War I and the lead into the 20th century, which we said in class this morning represents the climax of the trends that we've been building slowly upon over our lectures discussing the 19th century and the period between the Napoleonic Wars and the outbreak of World War I. I've tried to sort of encapsulate this time period in a few key ideas. First, the notion of progress, that this has been an age in which Europeans have felt assured, confident of the progress of their own societies and civilizations, for which they saw manifest evidence in industrialization and imperialization and all of these other processes that we've been describing. On the other hand, there are people who have begun to feel sort of uneasy about this sort of self-assured sense of progress that characterizes European society at large. Some of this comes from discoveries in the sciences, the ways in which the discoveries of Albert Einstein, for example, have upended the sense of the physical rationality of old Newtonian physics. There's also the philosophical reflections of someone like Friedrich Nietzsche, whose ideas about Christianity as a slave morality challenge the idea that people should behave or are likely to behave in these sorts of predictable ways, conforming to social norms. Or perhaps most troubling of all, the ideas of Sigmund Freud and his introduction of the idea of the human unconscious, a part of ourselves that we don't even fully control, but that it represents our deepest and truest urges. These ideas, although they're not terribly popular, are, of course, going to be largely confirmed in the catastrophe of World War I, which truly it does disillusion Europe of most of its expectations and produces a generation of men like Wilfred Owen, who are embittered by the war, deeply wounded, traumatized by what has happened to them in it, and who more than anything can see how the very things, the very technologies and innovations that were supposed to produce such promise have now been turned to such incredibly unimaginable destructive ends: machine guns, poison gas, etc. So World War I has this crushingly disillusioning effect on European culture, makes the ideas of people like Nietzsche and Freud, the artistic work of someone like a Picasso, much more sensible and much more popular in its general context. The end of World War I also, of course, sets the stage for World War II, because in their anger and in their desire for revenge, the British and the French in particular are going to exact such a toll out of the German people in the Treaty of Versailles that they leave a legacy of lasting bitterness, which is going to be easily exploited by someone like Adolf Hitler in the build-up to World War II. That, of course, will be a subject for after your exam. Good luck with your studying. Hope everything goes smoothly for you. See you next Tuesday.